Do you find it hard to sleep at night? Then the Sleep Cove podcast can help you. Hi, I'm Christopher Fitton, the voice and clinical hypnotherapist behind Sleep Cove. Sleep Cove features sleep hypnosis, meditations, and bedtime stories, all designed to help those of you who struggle at night to achieve a restful and peaceful night's sleep. Search for Sleep Cove on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and see why Sleep Cove helps millions of people sleep deeply all night long.
Hello, Culture Kids! Welcome to the show. Grab your imaginary passports and pack your bags because it's time to become world-traveling explorers right where you are. Today, we're taking our culture train to Mexico with Miss Gina from La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, a cultural arts museum in Los Angeles, which preserves the cultural arts of Mexican Americans, and Latin culture.
Hello. My name is Asher and I'm your host along with my mom, Kristen.
Before we get started on our episode today, we want to say thank you to Marley Sherwin and their family for leaving us a 5-star review. They said, "Your show creates love around the world. I learn from the show and teaches about all different things."
Thank you. That's so nice. We love creating love around the world.
And here is another message we received from an anonymous listener. We want to say thank you for making this podcast about appreciating the diversity of our world. We are learning a lot of new things and it's making the world kinder and more understanding.
Thank you for sending this message.
Grown-ups, please take a second and leave us a 5-star rating. We read through every message and review, and your rating helps our show grow and reach more families around the world. Thank you for your support.
And we also have some great news.
Culture Kids is a finalist for the Anthem Awards, which honors organizations that amplifies voices that spark global change. We are grateful for our community of listeners, volunteers, guests, and the organizations for their selfless dedication and support as we strive to create a more vibrant, collaborative, and peaceful world for our children. If you are able, please take a second to vote for us for a chance to win the Anthem Community Voice Awards. The link will be available under our show notes.
Thank you for being a part of our community. It makes my heart warm and fuzzy. Okay, grab your bags because our train is coming.
Yep, hurry up and climb aboard the culture train because we're going to celebrate the Day of the Dead in Mexico. Welcome to Mexico. Mexico is a land of stunning beauty and incredible diversity, from its deserts, beautiful beaches, and bustling cities to its lush rainforests and ancient pyramids. With over 68 indigenous languages and countless cultural traditions, Mexico is a melting pot of history, art, and celebration.
Here comes Miss Gina.
Hola, Kristen. Hola, Asher. Hey, Culture Kids.
Hola, buenos dias. Thank you for meeting us here. Can you tell us about yourself?
My name is Gina Alicia Lopez Ramos, and my family is originally from Guadalajara, Jalisco, located in Western Mexico.
Can you tell us what you do?
I serve as a Director of Education at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, a cultural arts museum in Los Angeles, California. La Plaza preserves the cultural vibrancy of Mexican American, and Latinx culture in Los Angeles.
Cool. And you speak Spanish? I can speak very little. It's fun to learn. What other languages do they speak? Where you come from?
Today, primarily Spanish is spoken in Guadalajara, but there are indigenous languages still throughout Mexico.
Thank you for mentioning this. As we learned about in other episodes, in Mexico, there are many different indigenous groups, each with its own language. Indigenous languages are the original languages spoken by the native people of a region long before any outside cultures arrived.
Okay, so what is the Day of the Dead? It is not Halloween, and it is not spooky.
No.
but it is so colorful and beautiful.
Well, let's take a pause and travel back in time thousands of years ago to ancient Mexico. You ready?
Whoa! There are temples here and markets.
Yes, this is how far Day of the Dead goes back. Not hundreds of years, but thousands.
Over 3,000 years, in fact, it is rooted in ancient traditions that continue today.
Why did they celebrate it? Like, how did it begin?
It first began long ago in a region known as Mesoamerica, which includes present-day Mexico. It is there that many Mesoamerican civilizations, including the Mexicas, known as the Aztecs, as well as the Mixtecs and Zapotecs, and the Olmecs and Toltecs before them, made offerings to the departed, people who passed away.
So those groups of people are called Indigenous people of Mexico, the first people.
Yes, they are the indigenous people of Mesoamerica.
Cool. Can't believe how old this is. I'm only 7 years old. And this was thousands of years ago.
The Mexicas believed that when someone passed away, their spirit embarked on a journey through 9 levels of the underworld.
9 levels?
That's a long journey.
What did the levels have?
Each level was filled with obstacles and challenges to overcome before reaching the final level, known as Mictlan. They offered food, water, and tools to the departed to help them on their journey.
That's nice. It must be a tough journey.
Yes, lots of cultures around the world have their own way of honoring the people who have passed away and their own ideas about what happens in the afterlife. These beliefs are often passed down from one generation to the next, helping families stay connected to their traditions and their loved ones.
Now back to present-day Mexico.
Today, Dia de los Muertos is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd. It is believed that on these dates, our loved ones who have passed away come back to visit.
Could you share with us how families celebrate Dia de los Muertos today?
Celebrations for Dia de los Muertos are very different across different families, communities, and areas throughout Mexico and even the United States.
But one thing is very common, and that's making a ofrenda.
Sí. Families come together to pray and remember their loved ones. They visit cemeteries to decorate the graves of their loved ones. At home, they make altares or altars where they place ofrendas. During this time, families also make dishes their loved ones enjoyed the most, play their favorite music, and place pictures of their loved ones on the altar. It is a time of love, memories, and celebration.
Ofrenda means offering.
Exactly. An ofrenda translates to offering. It includes all the items that are placed on an altar or altar. These items serve as an offering for our loved ones.
What are some things you put on the altar? I know there's food and pretty flowers.
Buena pregunta, Asher. This can include food, candles, flowers, and even special items that our loved ones enjoyed the most or items that represent them. Each ofrenda is special and unique, and some families prepare it days in advance in anticipation of Day of the Dead.
So why is the altar made?
Ofrendas are important because they are meant to guide our loved ones back to the land of the living and nourish them during their visit with us.
The ofrendas are breathtaking displays of color and light where every detail is lovingly arranged to honor loved ones.
I hope you put their favorite foods.
Yes, it includes all of their favorite foods and drinks.
Could you share some dishes that are significant to the celebrations?
Wow, there are lots of special food items connected to Dia de los Muertos. There is pan de muerto, a sweet bread that is formed in a circular shape to represent the cycle of life and death, with bone-shaped pieces of bread on the top to represent the 4 cardinal points of the universe.
Cardinal points of the universe?
Yep, let me explain that. The 4 cardinal points of the universe are north, south, east, and west. Also represent the 4 elements of the earth: water, fire, wind, and earth.
4 and 4.
Does the number 4 hold a special significance to the celebrations?
4 is a very important number to a lot of indigenous groups throughout Mexico.
Oh, I learned that 3 is an important number in Chinese culture.
That's right. In many cultures, certain numbers carry special meanings, like good luck, balance, or connections to traditions.
Cool. Number 7 is lucky in our family.
Yep. So could you share with us some of the items that are placed on the altars that represent the 4 elements of nature?
Candles represent fire, which are used to light the way back to the land of the living. Water and other drinks are placed on an altar to nourish our loved ones after a long journey. Wind is represented on an altar by colorful papel picado, which is decorative tissue paper strung on the altar to move with the wind. Earth on an altar includes salt, food, fruit, and all the items that are placed for our loved ones to enjoy during their visit.
Ooh, like fruit is from the earth. That makes sense.
Yep. And I love how each element on the Day of the Dead altar holds a special meaning, reflecting the thoughtfulness and deep respect that Mexican culture has for honoring loved ones. It highlights the importance of family and community. And I also love learning about holidays that are rooted in the traditions of indigenous people that span thousands of years, because they often teach us important lessons about what it means to live in harmony with our earth and value our families and communities and our loved ones. We are so grateful to the Mexican communities around the world and their ancestors for sharing these important cultures and values with us. Could you share with us some of the other foods commonly eaten during Dia de los Muertos?
There is also mole, a special sauce made from spices, seeds, nuts, and dried chiles.
And it's good with almost everything.
Tamales, a traditional Mesoamerican dish made of corn dough filled with meats, vegetables, or even fruit.
Hey, I've had tamale. My friend made it for us and it was yummy.
Yes, you did. I think it's a wonderful comfort food.
I ate the chicken one.
There's also calabaza en tacha, which is candied pumpkin made by cooking pumpkin in piloncillo, raw cane sugar. To drink, there is atole, a hot drink made from corn flour and spices with flavors that range from vanilla and cinnamon to chocolate, my personal favorite.
Well, we like chocolate. Well, I like vanilla.
So do kids enjoy these dishes too?
My son Andres, who is 9 years old, loves all of the food during Dia de los Muertos. He even eats the special and spicy mole his grandma makes.
Hooray!
There's also Mexican hot chocolate during Day of the Dead.
Mexican hot chocolate? Okay, that sounds really yummy. What is it like?
Mexican hot chocolate is very special because it's made with chocolate, cinnamon, cloves, sometimes even a little bit of chili pepper.
That is no ordinary chocolate.
And it's made using a very special culinary tool called a molinillo. This tool makes this drink extra frothy or foamy.
Ooh, foamy hot chocolate. But chili pepper? Does that mean it's spicy?
I've tried Mexican hot chocolate before, and I wouldn't say it's spicy for me, but it's rich, earthy, and you do get a bit of a kick from the spice, but also a bit of the warm cinnamon too. It is delicious, and I think everyone should try it.
Let's go get some Mexican hot chocolate soon.
So we've noticed that altars for Dia de los Muertos are often adorned with vibrant yellow and gold flowers called marigold flowers. Could you explain the significance of these flowers and their role in the celebration?
The use of marigolds or cempasúchil flowers and petals dates back to ancient Mesoamerica, where the Mexicas and other indigenous groups used it in important ceremonies during the late summer and early fall season after its harvest. During Day of the Dead festivities, the strong scent and bright color of the cempasúchil are used to guide the spirits of our loved ones back home every year.
Whoa, so this flower is really old and special.
Exactly. Cempasúchil flowers are used to decorate altars, but also used to make tapetes, which translates to rugs. Tapetes are made in front of altars or laid out as a path that leads from the outside to where an altar is located.
Tapetes. Cool. It's almost like the yellow brick road from Wizard of Oz. It leads the way.
Kind of, yeah.
Can we find some marigold flowers?
See.
Let's go take a walk. Oh, here it is. We got one.
It's so bright. It's like the sunshine. Or oranges.
What does it smell like to you?
Whoa, it smells really strong. Almost like spicy.
I think it smells more sweet and citrusy, like a burst of sunshine. Just like how everyone has different taste buds, people experience certain smells differently. But either way, marigold flowers are a symbol of love and remembrance that guides loved ones back home. It's amazing how every little detail of this special holiday holds so much meaning and represents something special. And you know, I think there is something really beautiful about holidays that bring families together to remember the people we love, whether they are here with us or not.
Just thinking about them fills our heart with warm, fuzzy feelings. Even though my grandpa and grandma aren't here, remembering them makes me happy. Miss Gina, would you share with us what Day of the Dead celebrations means to you and your family?
Personally, building an altar each year and placing each ofrenda on the altar brings my family together. We play music and eat delicious food as we prepare the ofrenda. Each of my siblings makes an altar in their homes, but together we prepare one at the cemetery for our brothers who have passed away. We decorate their gravesites with flowers and decorations, and we gather together at the cemetery on November 2nd to celebrate and pray. We share our favorite memories of them and keep their memories alive in this way.
Can anybody celebrate Day of the Dead, even though we are not from Mexico? What can we do to be part of the celebrations?
Yes, you can do something simple like set out a picture of a loved one with water, flowers, or decorations. You can even spend time reflecting on your ancestors, those who came before you, and all the special memories you might have of them.
Oh yeah, at my old school, we brought pictures of our grandma and grandpa and put them up with flowers. That was nice.
Yes, I'd be happy to do that at home too in our family, not just to take time to remember our loved ones, but also to honor and celebrate the beautiful culture and heritage of Mexican communities everywhere and their ancestors.
Thank you, Miss Gina, for sharing your culture and traditions with us.
And before you go, could you tell us about the free Day of the Dead event coming up at La Plaza on October 27th? For our families here in the Los Angeles area, it's an event you don't want to miss.
Sí, La Plaza has partnered with the Regional Organization of Oaxaca, also known as Oro, to present a free multi-generational event for families. Come and listen to a traditional wind music band. Watch Oaxacan folk dances such as La Danza de los Diablos or Dance of the Devils and La Danza de la Pluma, the Dance of the Feather. Participate in art workshops and enjoy tamales and pan de muerto. For more information, visit lapca.org or find us on Instagram at LAPlazaLA.
Thank you, Miss Gina. We'll see you again soon.
Hasta luego, Culture Kids.
And to our Culture Kids family, we invite you to continue your adventure by celebrating the rich spirit of Mexican culture, which has spanned thousands of years and teaches us the importance of honoring and remembering our loved ones and the earth. Ask your grown-ups how you can remember your ancestors who lived long ago, or imagine what their lives might have been like. Perhaps you can find ways to support the Mexican communities in your area as they celebrate and see how your whole family can be a part of the celebrations. And to our communities around the world celebrating Dia de los Muertos, from our family to yours, we send our warmest wishes for a joyful and meaningful celebration. And lastly, always remember you and your family are valued, celebrated, and welcomed just as you are, because every person belongs here at Culture Kids. See you next week.
Joke time. Can I go first?
Sure. Asher has been preparing some Halloween jokes since it's coming up in a few weeks. Okay, go for it.
What do owls say when they go trick-or-treating?
What do they say?
Happy Owling.
Nice. Owl, howl. Very good. Okay, my turn. Why don't skeletons ever go trick-or-treating?
Why?
Because they have no body to go with.
Oh no, I get it. Because they don't have a body, but you can't go trick-or-treating if you don't have any body. I get it.
Yep. Thanks so much for joining us today. We have so many fun episodes coming up, so please hit subscribe and tell everyone you love about Culture Kids. We have episodes about sharks around the world and even a special interview with the 16th generation samurai and so much more. Stay tuned and see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Hi, friends. Are you looking for a new podcast? Maybe something you can share with your littles? Something that has some storytelling in it? Well, then look no further. We have Storytime with Philip and Mommy, where my son and I sit and discuss all the great books that you might love while we read them. So, Little Golden Books, Berenstain Bears, and even the new classics like Bluey. We sit down, we read, we discuss, and we have so much fun doing it. Come and join us. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.